All right, so you should have used these links. So now you should have the YouTube video and you should also have the text version. So if we look at how the scene starts off right around here, Mr. Frank says, I'm sure that God understands shortages. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, who has sustained us and permitted us to celebrate this joyous festival. And then we have the stage directions. He's about to blow out the candle when suddenly there's a crash of something falling below. They all freeze in horror, motionless. For a few seconds, there is complete silence. Mr. Frank slips off his shoes. The others noiselessly follow his example. Mr. Frank turns out a light near him. He motions to Peter to turn off the center lamp. Okay. As Peter tries to reach it, he realizes he cannot. He gets up on a chair. Just as he is touching the lamp, he loses his balance. The chair goes out from under him. He falls. The iron lampshade crashes to the floor. There is a sound of feet below running down the stairs. So that's how our scene starts. So you're going to take your toggle here and go to about 5:25. Okay, I want you to watch this scene. I'm not going to record the whole thing because it won't record sound. But as you are watching this scene, I really want you to pay attention to all of those text film things. Think about visual rhetoric, lighting, camera lens, um, all of that good stuff, and pay really close attention to how that creates the tension in the scene. Think about the suspense. Look at the zoom in there with the hand, right? We've got things are normal with Peter, but then he hears something, right? So notice what's already happening is different. How the film is introducing the thief coming in. It's a lot different. They're not, the scene is much different here. So Peter comes to get Mr. Frank, right? As we zoom through here, look at how the camera lens is, we are seeing the characters very fearfully walking down. They're going into the secret annex. In the play, they never, or sorry, not the secret annex of the warehouse. In the play, they never went down to the warehouse. So this is a difference that the director decided to make. And you can think about, why are they doing that? We have darkness. Okay, really, we have intensity here because the characters are actually down in the warehouse with the thief, which is much, much different. Okay, as the thief is running away, we have an SS officer that sees the thief. That's different from the play. So you can notice that the directors added a lot of theatrical versions in here. Again, pay attention to the shadows and the lighting, how that's creating tension. Think about the camera view here. Look at how they're all huddled around the candle. That single candle flame is really illuminating their fear of those hiding in the secret annex while they wait to see if this officer is going to discover them. Okay. And then it's going to go back to the SS officer. Again, that single flashlight is creating mysterious shadows and reflections. So we can really see how that visual rhetoric, look at that, is coming into play. So these are things we really want to think about when we're analyzing scenes. See how it's a panoramic view, all the characters are huddled around. I want to make sure I cover all the questions on your level 2. Now, here the scene ends. Now, when we look back to our text, Mr. Frank goes to investigate and he says that the thief took a cash box and the radio. So I want you to watch that scene and see if that is still true in the film or think about how they changed it. Okay, so just to review, we looked at camera angles and lighting. Costumes seem pretty realistic. Part of props and sets was the music that they used. Hopefully you weren't disappointed in the cast of characters. So I think a lot of these changes were made just to keep the audience interest in mind. So I hope that you found that helpful and you should be ready for our level 2 now.